you're watching Damage Drop. My name is Drunk Dog, and I bought Twisted Metal a few days ago, but what I noticed was there's a lot of different weapons and special weapons on all the different vehicles, and there wasn't really anything that told you how to use all the different weapons and stuff, so I made up a two-part video showing how to use the different weapons and little abilities they have. So let's start up with the most common weapon in the game, which is the fire missile. You find it everywhere on the battlefield. They do like 16 points of damage, which is kind of good for that common weapon. It got pretty good lock-on ability as well. It homes in pretty good. See, it locks on pretty easy. You gotta have him like in front of the car, of course. But this is a homing missile, which it's does a little less damage, but it homes on real easy. You see, it just locks on. Just if you're just seeing a screen, it will just lock on anyway. It's pretty sick lock on it. Just watch a clip coming up now and you see what I'm talking about. See, I had a guy on the edge of the screen and it's still locked on. This is Stalker missile, which does not lock on at all if you don't charge it up, but if you charge it up, it will lock on and do a lot of damage. So here I'm just firing it without locking on. It's pretty almost in front of me, but since it wouldn't lock on because I hadn't charged it, but now I'm charging it full, and it's like an almost guaranteed hit now. 45 points of damage, which is pretty good. And here we got a napalm, which you gotta trigger once to launch up in the air and a second time to bring down, and it do a lot of damage if you do a direct impact on it. It's a 35, which is pretty good. It's like an AoE attack, and if you direct impact, you will set them on fire and do a little damage over time, which is good. Here got the swarm missile, which you have to charge up, and you release more missiles the longer you charge it up, and every missile does like 4 points of damage, which doesn't sound that much, but it's a lot of missiles, so we can do pretty high amount of damage with it. And yeah, here we got the power missile, which is probably the most powerful missile in the game. But the thing about it is it doesn't lock on whatsoever, so it just shoots straight forward. So here's me freezing and get a direct hit, and he was a bit of damage, so only had 22 points of damage left. But here's a guy with full health, and boom, 75 points of damage straight away, which is pretty damn good. Hard to hit though. This is a remote bomb, and I really like this one. This one's really cool. See, did a direct hit there, a lot of damage. And the thing about this is do more damage the longer you charge it up. So you see the little cam in the right on the corner, and you see it turn red, and that means I charged it up enough to do 50 points of damage, which is really good. Here you got a sniper rifle, which is also a really cool weapon. You kind of just lock onto a target, and a little timer will go, and the longer the timer go, the more damage it would do. Here you see me getting like blowout, which is the little tire symbol next to the spinning clock thing, which does a lot of damage. And here I think I shoot the gas tank, which does a lot of damage. Yeah, 120 damage. And here I think I just got a body shot, which doesn't do much damage at all, but this weapon is really cool because it's the only weapon that can really one-shot any vehicle, no matter how much health they have. So if you hold on long enough, you get this, just zoom in on them, and it's a guaranteed one-hit kill, which is pretty cool. Here we got the RC car, which is really cool. You have to charge it up to be able to remote detonate it, but here didn't charge it up, so you see it charging it up here, and you see the difference. You go a lot faster, and you get this AoE ring around it, and a little cam in the corner, and really fast. And the really cool thing about this is you can bounce it on surfaces and stuff, so you can see bouncing it here on the wall, which is pretty cool. Not many weapons you can do that with, so you can really just bounce it in rooms and stuff if you're inside, and it does pretty good damage. See, take a bounce on this guy. Yeah, I think I detonated it way too early there, so I didn't do too much damage, but it's pretty cool. Got AoE on it. And here is in the mega guns, which is really powerful. It kind of upgrades your default default machine guns. You got with a lot of more damage and a higher rate of fire. You get 150 bullets with it. It's pretty good because it's like a secondary weapon. You can fire it as well as you simultaneously as you fire all the missiles and that other weapons. So it's pretty good. And yeah, here you see I'm just using normal machine gun sidearm, which is pretty weak, pretty slow, doesn't do much damage, but did do quite a lot of damage there because I aim pretty good on. This is a machine gun, which has the pretty high rate of fire, reloads pretty quick, and it locks on pretty quick as well. It locks on really good, and the downside is it doesn't do that much damage though. See here, just 4 points, and there we go do 8, and chain up with a 12, and so yeah. But shoots pretty fast though, so it's not that bad. Better than the default machine gun, in my opinion. Here we got the shotgun, which you have to be really close to hit, which is, of course, since it's a shotgun, really. And here you see me just, here's the rate of fire of it, and here you see me hitting this guy with it. So not that bad, not that good either, but this is a really good one. This is a rocket launcher. It's pretty slow rate of fire, but it does quite a lot of damage to be like a secondary weapon. And if you hit with all the missiles, you do like 15 points of damage, which is pretty good. And I tend to hit with all the missiles every time. For some reason, it just homes on really easy. Get 50 points of damage, and 15 points of damage. And see here, I thought a missile went, no, all hit. And here we got a Magnum revolver, which does a lot of damage, but it's really hard to use. It's got a really slow rate of fire, and the reload is painfully slow. You see me reloading up here, and yeah, now I'm reloading it, and I'm still waiting for it to reload. There we go, it's done reloading. And the bad thing about it is it doesn't lock on whatsoever, so we have to aim it manually, which is really hard in this game because there's a lot of shit going on. So we'll hit straight forward every time, or where you get a cursor, a little dot, but it does pretty high amount of damage though, so if you can use it, maybe it's really good. This is first car we're gonna look at, Crimson Fury. It's got a flamethrower, which I like a lot. It's really short range, but it's ticks off damage really quick, and if you hold it on long enough, it will do like a burst of extra damage. So, and here we got an AoE alt special ability, which you got charge up. I didn't charge it there, so we didn't really have any range, but ooh, we got really great range if we charge it fully up. And this will actually set enemies on fire, as well as doing 20 points of damage for the first hit. It's really good. This is Camicazi, which is pretty similar to Crimson Fury. You got the flamethrower, which is identical to Crimson Fury's, and the alt special ability is pretty similar as well, but not exactly the same. Here's him using more flamethrower, showing you the range of it. It's pretty short, but yeah, not that. You can, like, if you follow someone, you can get a lot of hits on them. Here's using the EMP shockwave, which works kind of like the freeze ability when you push up on the D-pad, but it's like AoE, so you can take a lot of enemies at the same time. Here's Dark Side, which is really cool. It's really slow and really got a lot of armor, and it's pretty good. The special ability is you can ram people, and the cool thing about it is if you use ram with the turbo and the 6-axis turbo, is when you use the 6-axis controller to flick forward to do like even greater turbo, you will do a lot of more damage with it. And the alt special is this turret, which shoots 360 degrees, and you have to hold this power button down to shoot. It's pretty decent, pretty easy to use. Just locks on everything around you. And also, if you use the a normal special ability and shoot it backwards, you get these mines you can shoot out. And I think I accidentally hit them myself here. And yeah, but you see I hit this guy here with him. And boing, ooh, pretty cool to use, kind of fun. Here we got Juggernaut, which is pretty much kind of like Dark Side, but this is more like a team-oriented vehicle, which is really cool. You can see it says hold triangle R1 to open back doors, which you can open your back doors when, so teammates can drive in. You can use the turrets on top, which I'm gonna show off later, but gotta be real careful though, because everything that goes in that back door will do 2.5 points of damage. So if someone use a very high damage weapon, it can ton of damage on you. And see here the special abilities, you can drop mines, a lot more than Darkside can. And you can also fire them forward, which is really cool. Yeah, someone just drove into my mines there. And here see using the mines on this Sweet Tooth, which really cool because it shoots out a lot of them. And here we're doing a split screen showing off the turret, which you can see is used on the top of the screen. Now using the one on top of the, which is like a 360 degrees turret, shoots missiles, pretty high amount of damage. But the one on top of the driver is a really good one. You can only shoot 180 degrees, but it ticks off like 3 points of damage really quick. You can see me just taking out the Sweet Tooth with like full health in just a matter of seconds. Boom. Probably one of the most damaging weapons in the game. Well, it is. I think it is like the best weapon in the game, exception for maybe one. I think this might be a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. But you can see, this one is really great vehicle if you want to be playing with teammates. You can have up to 2 teammates in it, one on each turret, or if it's only one, you can like switch between the turrets. So if you want to be playing with a lot of friends, this is probably the vehicle you want to be rocking. See, it's pretty devastating. Takes these guys pretty easy. So yeah, if you like this video, keep tuned for part 2 where we'll showing off the rest of the vehicles. And Drunk Dog out.